Hey everyone, this guys and welcome back, and today we're going to be looking at villagers and villager trading. So here we've got a cleric who is trading some redstone dust, but as you can see, in one session I can only trade 12 emeralds and get 24 pieces of redstone dust, and then I've got to wait for him to restock. And basically, yeah, it's just a very slow process because villagers only restock twice a day, and this means that every 10 minutes I'm only getting about 24 trades, and that's a major problem in case I've got tons of emeralds or I've got tons of say pumpkins to get a ton of emeralds to get tons of redstone or tons of lapis. So the question is, how do we stop this from happening? So as you can see, I'm in the end, and there's a really simple fix for this. So here we are at one of the end gateways, and coming off the gateway we've got 5 powered rails and a detector rail, a normal rail, and then an unpowered rail. And over here we've got a cleric with the redstone trade activated and locked, and his workstation's right next to him. You don't actually need the workstation for this, I'll explain that in a bit, but let's actually look at some of the redstone here. So under the detector rail we've got a piece of redstone dust which powers the block next to it, and then we've got 5 repeaters going all the way up, all of them on 4 ticks of delay, which then power the rail. So what's going to happen is we are going to have time to open the GUI of the cleric. The rail powers and sends us off through the gateway. And what happens then is that the GUI actually remains open, it doesn't close. And then on the other side of the gateway we can trade with the villager. But once we come back through, the villager basically forgets that it's actually used up all its trades. So if I get into this and press the forward button so that we push off, and now we've opened the GUI. I'm not going to trade anything until I go through. Just give this a second. We're going on to the other end. As you can see, we have shot off here, and now I can trade with him. Once again, I do just get the 24, but let's actually just get out here and show what's happening. Okay, yeah. So as you can see, there's a hopper right in front. Okay, let's not let that go anyway. There's a hopper over here, and once again we've got some powered rails. We've got 7 this time because there's a bit of a problem with the minecart teleporting onto that glass block. We've got a hopper that will pick up any of the items that we throw into the glass there, which are instantly picked up by the hopper minecart below, because hopper minecarts are actually a whole lot faster, and that all funnels down into the storage system. So you can have a fully automated sorting system on this side, and what happens is that once the items go through, comparator signal runs through and powers the powered rail temporarily. Now it only powers it for a short time because the hopper minecart's actually fast enough to drain out all the items from the hopper while you're still on this side, because otherwise the chunks are not loaded. So now we've gone through, we've got some glitching villagers, which is always fun to watch, and an explosion of XP. Just enough time to open the GUI, and as you can see, the trade has not been locked. So yeah, so once again on this side, as you can see, we have teleported through. We can trade again. So this happens a few times. You do get stuck on this end. I'm pretty certain it's because of the computer. It doesn't have much to do with the game mechanics. But yeah, once again, we can just back out and throw the items through. So yeah, it's relatively fast. So once again, just open it in time, trade, and in case you don't want to go back and unload your items, you can just go forwards over here, it doesn't matter. Once again, these explosions on this end are pretty satisfying, and yeah, so there are a couple of times where the system gets stuck, but the only thing that's really stopping you from going as fast as possible is your computer speed. Yeah, so you can just fill up your inventory with emeralds. Now the one problem with this is the cleric doesn't actually level up while you're using this, so it's a good idea to actually level up the cleric beforehand, or not the cleric necessarily, but even if it's a farmer or any kind of villager. I'll be going through some really cool trades in a following video, but right now you want to have your villagers leveled up. You don't even need their workstation on this side of the end, but yeah, that's a basic problem. You really want to level all of them up and you want to have them far enough away so that the portal doesn't actually teleport you into the block that the villager is. As you can see, these villagers are relatively far off from the portal. So once again, if I just try and get this and actually use this in survival, you can see that I'm actually taking some damage, which is a major problem, because, well, that means you're going to die. So it's always a good idea to actually have a regen portal or some instant health potions. As you can see, I'm taking tons of damage on this side. This is just because of speed of computer. You want to turn your render distance down, otherwise you're going to have problems. So once again, yeah, you can see I'm on 4 hearts here, and that's not very good. So a regen beacon on this side, along with maybe some resistance, could really go a long way. The other option is to actually send the villager themselves through the portal after you've opened the GUI. But the problem is villagers are a bit nasty, and you're going to have to use a ton of healing potions if you want to get that done. So anyways guys, that's basically it for this infinite trading tutorial. So anyways guys, I'll catch you in the next video. So ciao for now, and I'll see you later.